in Sydney, Australia. This happened when I was 15 and home alone. There's about 9 p.m. and I was just coming out of the bathroom when I heard my front gate swing open and my dog began barking across the hall. I saw someone run past the porch window down into the backyard. I was able to vaguely make out what he looked like. He was hunched over, had sickly pale skin, was wearing all black and had long messy black hair partially covering his face. I went into the living room to see what was going on. My dog was still at the front door, growling since I hadn't seen the guy return. This man, he was still somewhere in my backyard. I waited at the door for a while when another more normal-looking guy walked onto the porch and came right up to the security bars. I don't remember all the details, but our conversation went something along the lines of him saying, "Hey, have you seen my friend?" And I replied, "Yeah, I think he's in my backyard." He replied saying, "Okay, cause I've been following this random guy all over the place. I think he's on drugs and might be dangerous." This struck me as weird though. What did he mean by this random guy when he had just called him his friend? He quickly walked away, going off into the darkness towards my yard. I should also mention that there's a door around back, but that also has security bars in front of it, and the door was locked at the time. I waited at the front door for a bit, then sat back down. After about 2 minutes of waiting, the guy I spoke with walked back onto the porch and looked him through the security bars. He now had the pale, potentially drugged out guy with him who was pacing back and forth in an agitated manner. I went to the door to see what he wanted. He said, "Hey, sorry man, I just found him. Look, he's really nervous and he'd like if you unlock the door and came out here just so he could see that you're harmless." I felt the pain in my chest. The creepy drugged out guy had stopped pacing now and was standing unnaturally still, staring me dead in the eyes. There was an uncomfortable silence. I didn't say anything but stepped forward to push the French door shut, causing the second guy to lunge at me and shoved his hand through the bars towards me. I jumped back and slammed the door shut with my foot bolting it. I called my parents and they called the police. The 2 men had gone. When the police arrived, they told me about her break-in that had occurred just down the street less than an hour ago. As far as I know, they never found the 2 guys. Looking back, it's likely that the first guy ran into the backyard to try to find a way in, and the second guy went to help him, which is why they were back there for so long. What disturbs me is the fact that they didn't want to just break in. Nor did the fact that I was home to tear them. They wanted me to come outside to them or to get into where I was.